Well, go ahead.
Yeah, could I speak to Mr. Bernstein?
Absolutely, he's listening to you.
Yeah, Mr. Bernstein, I have a question.
Yeah,
My
what's up?
kids just come in the country like 1 week ago.
Right.
Do I have to take them to the Social Security office, or are they going to mail a social?
No, you have to take them.
So how soon they will get a green card?
Probably about 3 to 4 weeks after they come here. But you can take them
Oh,
with the immigrant visa stamp in their passport, or you can wait for the green cards to come. But you have to take them to the
oh,
Social Security office.
okay, all right.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes, good morning, Brad and Squeeze.
Good morning.
I
Most
have a
welcome. Good
question.
afternoon.
I have a 2-month-old baby, and me and my husband we separate because I'm married for him to get his green card.
Hmm.
And he got in trouble with a little stick of weed. I want to know if he's going to file for his citizenship, if that going to affect him.
Yes, it will. Anytime you get arrested, it affects filing for your citizenship. So what I would suggest that he does is before he does anything with filing citizenship or anything, let him come in. Is that case over already?
No, he had to go to court the 19th of July.
Okay, so then he should be coming in to see Michael Biniakowitz to make sure that case goes away, if it's possible to make it go away. Michael Biniakowitz would be the guy. Not the.
Because
And he's my
because
criminal.
this
He's
is
my
a,
criminal defense attorney. But you're gonna need. You don't want to plead guilty even to a violation of possession of marijuana, because that would make you deportable, and that would also prevent you from becoming a citizen, or possibly make you
because
deportable.
this is his first attempt. This is the first time they caught him with it.
Right. Well, I think if he's going to go to court and he has a legal aid attorney and he's going to go to court and legal aid attorney promises him the case will be dismissed, no need to call me. But anything short of that, I would suggest you give me a call.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. But
All
yeah,
right.
he can't do anything with citizenship now while you have a pending case.
I have a friend who filed for his daughter, but he just got married recently. Can he file for his wife before that petition is over with his daughter?
Absolutely, and even if he doesn't earn enough money for the affidavit to support, you could always get a second affidavit support. You can file multiple cases for multiple people at the same time. It's not a problem.
Uh, no, I'm not talking about the same time. I'm talking one after each other.
You can do one after each other too.
All right. I filed for my sister.
Mhm.
Right?
She got everything. She went for the interview last week.
Mhm.
She paid the fee to adjust her status here.
Mhm.
But then when she paid it and went back to the immigration officer, they said to her, well, we have no visa available because we retroactive on
It's called retrogress.
retrogress.
Right.
Yeah. So because her priority date is 2001 April,
Right. They're in May of 2000 right now.
so they're in May of 2000.
Right. What happened
So
was,
they was
what happened was they gave out too many green cards this year. So they
ah,
only give 65,000 green cards out a year to brothers and sisters.
Right.
So they gave out too
I
many.
see.
So they're running up on that number, 65,000, whatever number they're at. I don't know the exact number.
Right.
So what they do is they look at it and they say, well, if we push back the dates to May 2000 and we only can give 5,000 more green cards, we feel if we push it back to May of 2000, the people who've been waiting the longest will get those last 5,000.
Mhm.
Then the government starts again October 1st. That's the new government year. The government doesn't run January to January, it runs October to October. In October, they're going to release a new 65,000 green cards. Hopefully at that point, the numbers will pop back up to April '01, and all those people who went on interviews where the numbers retrogressed will hopefully get their green cards towards the end of this year or early next year.
All right. That sounds good.
Okay?
Thanks, man. But
Yeah.
she doesn't have to go back in. They'll just
She won't.
mail it to her.
Correct.
Okay, great.
All right.
Hi, good afternoon, Chris. Hi, Mr. Bernstein.
Hi, how are
Good
you?
afternoon.
My question, good. I'm calling on behalf of my cousin. She had applied for her sisters and the kids. They came here in 2000, but the sister passed away like 2 months later,
Mhm.
and she have legal custody of the child. He's now 14, and she's a citizen, and she wants to do his citizenship. Can she do an adjustment of status, or she has to adopt the child in order to apply
She
for
has
the
to. She has to adopt the child, and has to adopt the child before the child turns 16, or the child is never going to become legal. So she's had legal guardianship of the child. Child's been living with her. The one thing she hasn't done is done the adoption. And I would suggest you do that now because adoptions take a year. And the child's 14 and
Okay.
the judge has to sign the adoption decree before the 16th birthday. It's not enough to
Okay.
file the adoption before the 16th birthday. It has to be completed by the 16th birthday. And we do this in our office all the time. You can give us a call and we'll be happy to help you and assist you with the adoption. And once the child is adopted in your particular case, or in this child's particular case, they can file an adjustment immediately and they'll go from being out of status to a citizen.
Okay.
Okay, but even if he doesn't do that and he waits till 18, he could do it on his own?
No, he will be illegal at 18 and be really upset that nobody tried to help him when he was a minor, which unfortunately, and I'm just going to say this just as a general rule, I see too many of these cases where, aunts, uncles, grandmothers, grandfathers, whatever, take children in and they feel they've done enough by just letting them live in their home and sending them to school. And it's not enough. You also have to make sure that they are legal so that when they become an adult, they're not an
He is
illegal.
legal. He came here permanent. He has a permanent visa. He
A
does
per-
have a green card.
Oh, he has a green card. My
he
apologies
has
to
a
you.
green card. He's not here illegally.
Oh,
He has a green card.
I thought he was
Came
here
here legally.
my apologies to you then. I
He came here legally.
I take
Last-
back
last
everything. I
week
take
he
back
passed
everything I
away.
just said. So he has a green card. Yes, if you adopt him,
And
right?
she got
Yes,
sick and she passed
correct.
away, so she
Oh,
has
I understand.
legal
I
custody.
thought-
The judge gave her legal custody.
I was under the assumption when you said he came up legal that he came here on a visitor's visa and
No.
overstayed.
They all came up here
All
on their
right,
green
my
card. They
apologies.
came
Okay.
here straight.
Yeah, so, if they don't adopt the child at 18 can then do his own naturalization if he chooses.
Okay, but if she has to do it now, she has to do the adoption in order to get it done.
Right, so in order for him to automatically be granted his citizenship without having to go through the naturalization process at 18, you have to adopt the child before 16, and then on the date of the adoption, you don't even have to file an adjustment because the child already has a green card. That child would automatically become a citizen.
All right.
Okay. All right, I appreciate your
Okay.
help. Have a
All
good
right.
day.
Thank you
Both
so much.
guys.
Right.
And keep listening throughout the day until 4 o'clock.
But
all right?
I will tell you, there are a lot of cases out there, and there are a lot of aunts and uncles and grandmothers and grandfathers out there right now who have children who are not. It's not enough to just
Right.
raise the child. You have to make sure that child becomes legal.
Okay.
Okay.
He's legal.
I'm saying you do the right thing. I'm just saying that maybe there's other people out there.
All right.
Okay.
No, I understand exactly what you're saying.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
I appreciate your help.
Okay. Thank you.
In 1989, I was caught with a gun in Mount Vernon, New York. I got probation. I got 5-year probation. I did 3 years and 3 months on probation.
Right.
At the time I applied for my citizenship in New York, and they turned me down and told me I was deportable.
Right.
But I could
Appeal.
appeal it
Right.
or reapply back. I went to a lawyer in Manhattan and he told me not to appeal it, must reapply back. They gave me a date. I could apply back on November 17, 2000. So I moved from here to Georgia and I reapplied back in Georgia. And they turned me down again and told me I was deportable and they sent my paper to the ICE. I appeal it and they still send my paper to the ICE. And I have to go back and fight them with the congressman, and he ordered them to bring my paper back to the INS and proceed with my hearing.
So now they put you in deportation. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they sent my paper to deportation,
Okay.
and they came to my house, but I wasn't there.
Right.
But the same time they came, my wife got a letter from the congressman telling them that he ordered them to bring my paper back to the INS and proceed with my
Citizenship.
my hearing.
Right.
So I wasn't there, and they sent out a letter.
So basically,
February.
they sent you a notice, and you weren't there for the deportation hearing. Is that what happened? So you were deported in
No.
absentia.
No, what they did, they returned my paper back because at the time I appealed their decision, and
Well, let me stop you here because without me seeing all of your records,
Right.
it's very, very hard for me to follow exactly. But
Roger.
I'll give you a couple of words of advice.
Roger, make
Okay.
sense, okay.
Number one, okay, if you are a felon, which you may be, okay, but it was a conviction prior to November 1990, that does not bar
Right.
you from becoming a citizen. Okay, you
Right.
cannot be barred from becoming a citizen because you're a deportable alien. The only time you could be barred from becoming a citizen if you're a deportable alien is if they actively place you in deportation. Now, it sounds like that's what they did in Georgia, what I would have done, 10 years ago is I would have done that appeal in New York, because you were eligible for citizenship at the time, and if they chose not to put you in deportation, then you should have appealed it. But that's water under the bridge now. What I would need you to do, because I'm a little confused on the procedural history going through everything that you're telling me. So what I would think that you would want to do is, when you get off the phone here, call my office, set up a phone consultation.
Very important.
And because you're down in Georgia, and I can do that from anywhere in the United States, and before the phone consultation, if you can gather whatever documents you have regarding your case, copy them, send them up to me so I can review them before our phone consultation, then I could ask you some more pointed questions, and you could fill in the blanks for me on the paperwork that you didn't send, and then I can tell you what I think you should do.
Yeah, I call the office and they want me to set up an appointment. She gave me your number.
Okay. Hold on.
Right.
You called the office and they gave you their number?
I will keep in contact with you. I have all my paperwork of all of them.
Okay, so what you need to make a consultation.
Simple as that.
Okay.
Okay?